Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Daredevil Born Again. Today we are talking about episode 8. I think it's an hour of joy or something. Oh my gosh, this is probably one of the best or the best episode of Daredevil Born Again. Episode 6 is really good. The premiere was really good as well. Um, and 7 was good. Like, this whole show's been good. But this is probably one of the best episodes. But let's get on into it. So, on this episode of Daredevil Born Again, at the beginning of the episode, we see Bullseye get transported to general population, which basically means he's in there with all the dangerous criminals, and anyone can, take him out. So, and then after that, Heather and Matt are at their apartment, uh, talking, and she just can't believe that she shot Muse. And then Daredevil's like, well, and then she's like, vigilantes are just crazy. Daredevil and Muse. He's like, well, Daredevil saved you because, he saved her. And he's like, well, shouldn't that count? Like, they're different people. He tried to save you, Muse tried to hurt you. And she's like, I saved myself. And then they get a little knocky at the door. And in comes Buck and saying that, hey, we want to invite you to the mayor's party for the Red Dock district, the Red Dock rehabilitation area, and whatever. His construction project. And because like right before this, Fisk was talking about how his thing became a success, that he got the Red Dock district plan through with everybody, and well, we know why, but we will go into that a little later. But yeah, he also makes Daniel his like right hand assistant, the deputy mayor of communications. So it's going to get crazy. But then Fisk, after the conversation that Fisk got his project greenlit, and then Heather and Matt get that letter from Fisk to come to his gala, his big event about it. They have a fight. He's like, you don't know Fisk. He's real dangerous. Like, don't. He's involving you in my life and all that because he doesn't know that. Hey, like he's your patient. And she's like, well, yeah. And then through this is switching back and forth to Matt talking to Heather and Fisk talking to Vanessa about Adam. And through the whole conversation with Fisk and Vanessa, while Adam's pleading for his life, he's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. And Vanessa's like, I know you didn't, Adam. Basically, but so like show loyalty to Fisk, and because she doesn't want anything getting out, she does. She takes out Adam in Minecraft, as you know, the popular phrase, and then her and Fisk are fully back together and committed to each other again. All that stuff with them is gone. But after that, Matt has to go into work, and with all the stuff going on with Fisk and knowing that, and now Kirsten, his other partner at the law firm he works at, she's like, well, Poindexter got moved into general population, and all this, and like, who signed that order? And they're like, Mayor Fisk. And then he's thinking about Fisk and Bullseye throughout this whole meeting, and just lashes out on one of their clients saying like, hey, you're lying about this, and we can't put you on the stand if we know you're lying and all that. And she's like, Matt, calm down. This is like malpractice. She's like, I know, just all the stuff going on. It just feels like there isn't any true justice being delivered to any of the bad people. Like, Fisk gets mayor, White Tiger died to the corrupt cops and all this stuff. So he's just kind of, and now with Fisk, knowing that Heather was talking to Fisk, like, as his therapist and all that, he's just kind of going a little mental. So he goes back to Josie's bar and talks, to, of course, to Josie. at the bar. And then that's where Cherry comes in and meets him. And then that night, and then it flashes back to the night of Foggy's death because Jesse's like, well, he was drinking McClevin's, like he was drinking this. He's like, how many Irish guys you think I get in here, Matt? And then Matt's like, oh, he was trying to celebrate. He was celebrating that he was going to win the big case against, win the case with Big Dan or something, and because that was at the beginning, and of course that was the case Foggy was talking about when he got shot. So he's like, Fisk has to be involved, and Poindexter or Bullseye had to know who it was. So he goes to Poindexter, and is like, well, I came here to meet, and Bullseye's like, I'm surprised you came. He's basically, I'm surprised you came here. And he's like, the only way I'll tell you anything is if you like get me out. And Matt's rage, he's like, I don't trust in you. And his rage gets him to slam Bullseye's face against the table. Of course, breaking some teeth, a tooth in the process, and having his face all bloodied. So when Bullseye is getting treated for those stitches, well, he uses his tooth and shoots it into a guy's neck, and then kills the into the cop's neck, and then kills the surgeon that was operating on him. Takes him out of Minecraft. So the next thing that happens is now all of the people are at Fisk. Then Heather's there, and then of course we know Tony Dalton's character, or the guy that plays Waldo in like Better Call Saul and stuff. But also this was and Hawkeye, Kate Bishop's like new like stepdad, the swordsman, and all that. So he is one of the ones there, and all the high rich people that will help the mayor with his work. And another one of the women there is like, he's like, where's your husband? Where is your pal tonight? She's like, I don't know. I guess he just didn't come. But as we've seen through this show of the vigilantes, Fisk is basically threatening people or taking people out or really hurting if they do anything against him. He's going full Kingpin mode again, of course. So, and Heather's wondering where Matt is and everything, and Fisk and Vanessa come out, and the announcer announces like, this is Mayor Fisk, and the and then his like first lady Vanessa Fisk, and then they walk out, and it's all nice, and then Fisk is just calling people back to like, well, remember, I can call my task force on you or get you in trouble for a lot of things. Just, don't screw with me. So everyone's like, okay, yeah, you're not gonna want to do that. And his task force, while they're at the event, is capturing people, literally putting their hands in fryers, making some hand fried chicken over here, and just doing all this stuff because they're like, we don't need any reporters. And then the police commissioner sees that. He's like, I demand you to stop assaulting him. And that's when the dude's hand goes in the fryer. And then the commissioner's sickened, but he can't do anything because Fisk, he's kept either taking them all out or throwing them in jail. He's doing a lot of crazy stuff to people. And then after this is when Matt shows up to the gala to be the Heather, and she's like, where have you been? Like, you've been zoning out on me, you've been acting weird. He said, I went to see Poindexter. She's like, him, Matt, really? I thought you were past all this. He's like, I know, I'm sorry. Just because he came to warn her about Fisk and also probably Bullseye because he probably knew he was going to get out. But the end of the episode is everyone being like Matt's there. Fisk is kind of letting everyone know, just be careful. And then Matt, while dancing with Heather, learns that Vanessa was the one behind Foggy's death because Fisk was not there at the time. So he talks to her, and then she reveals it to him. He presses her about it, and then she says, "Well, does Heather know you're Daredevil?" Yeah, Heather does. Does his girlfriend? Does Heather, the therapist, does she know that you're Daredevil? And Matt kind of goes silent, and then Fisk to Heather is like, why do you think Matt loves like vigilantes or loves trying to protect them and all of that? And because he's about to tell her, and then that's the moment when Bullseye's up on the rafters of this event, has one of the snipers from the guards. He took out these guards, and he it shows him going to shoot, and he goes to shoot Wilson Fisk. And Matt saves him, takes a bullet, which I did not expect. We thought maybe I thought the three most possible candidates for the shooting from Bullseye, because we knew something was going to go down when Bullseye's escaping. But of course, it's Fisk, Vanessa, or Heather, and they lead you to believe it's probably either Heather or Vanessa. And I mean, Fisk is very likely to, but I mean, the thing is Bullseye goes for Fisk, and Matt saves him, taking a bullet, and that was so shocking. And then Heather's like, Matt, like, are you okay? And all this, and that's when Fisk and Vanessa escape, and then. But also I'm going to talk about a little bit about the cinematography, but then the screen goes red on Matt, like the Daredevil red, like he's like bleeding out on the floor, but it goes fully red, like Daredevil mode is here basically. He's just been through it all, and but no, but that is the end of the episode. Matt Daredevil gets shot, and I did not expect that to happen. It was a very shocking twist ending, and I'm just really happy this episode was really good. And I want to go into a little of the cinematography before my final rating. Of course, I love the cutting back between like Fisk and like Fisk and Vanessa and Matt and Heather while they're having their argument and stuff. Like, when Fisk and Vanessa are with Adam, to when Matt and Heather, it cuts back to Matt and Heather fighting about Fisk and them. I always think like the cutting back and forth between that Fisk and Matt is really cool. It's kind of showing how much of a like how much of kind of parallel, but also not. Like, you see why Fisk is his, like, they're both their greatest enemies. And then the blue tint on Bullseye, like, Bullseye got, like, the whole screen kind of goes like a bluish hint when Bullseye's there. And just really cool. It emphasizes Bullseye, the scene, like, how his mind is kind of just messed up and all this stuff. I really like the use of color, the use of it's show not tell, like they're showing you what's happening, and it's so good to see that in a show, because sometimes you don't need like everything to be explained 50,000 ways, because it doesn't work all the time, and that's how some writing's been recently. But when they just show you how these characters are acting by the use of how they are by the use of color or a certain camera angle, or what, it really brings it home. And of course, the final shot with Daredevil on the ground and the red hue going around him is so cool. And I really think that is a great job on the effects artist, but also for the cinematography, visual work. Really good. Because I'm just gonna say this episode deserves this rating. I think this was literally a perfect episode. I don't think nothing needed to be changed. It was so good. It was 10 out of 10. Middle 10 out of 10 episode. Go watch it. Daredevil Born Again, episode 8. And watch the whole series, of course, because episode 8 is just a really good episode. But everything in the show leads up to this in next week's episode. So definitely go watch it and have a great rest of your day, night, whatever. And I will talk to you again next time. Goodbye. Boop.